introduce our panelist of the day. We welcome Mr. Kewal Kishan, who is award-winning MSME business growth, TEDx speaker, and India's leading business automation coach who has helped MSME owners in running their operations smoothly. He has explored 35 plus industries, 85 plus professionals, 8,500 plus professionals, 5,500 plus business owners, 2,500 plus students across India, and 10 plus countries on managing data, teams, operations, sales, admin, and other business processes. We welcome you, sir. So we have with us Mr. Faheem Ahmed. He is the founder and CEO of BYT Digital, an integrated digital agency. He has over 25 plus years of experience in IT services and IT product development in the field of e-commerce, website development, and digital and social media marketing. He has been behind digital strategy and execution for brands like Harman Kardon, Basics, Royal Bank of Scotland, Hemleys, Fipola, Jigwheels, Ghana, Reliance Brand, and Casa Grande, amongst others. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next panelist is Mr. Surendra Varma. He's a passionate HR professional with 16 plus years of experience. He has worked with all facets of HR's functions, where recruitment, performance management, HR process automation, and learning development, HR transformation has been his core expertise. His specialties include organization development, people management, employer branding, employee engagement, and HR transformation. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Reshma. Thank you for the lovely introduction.
Now we have with us our panel moderator of the day, Mr. Bhautik Sheth. He is the founder of iVIPANAN Digital Marketing Services in Surat with more than 16 plus years of experience. He has trained more than 60,000 people for digital marketing through seminars, webinars, workshops, and training, rendering his services for digital marketing consultant whose SMEs as well as large-scale businesses, service industry, and startups. He has worked with 110 plus companies as a consultant. He has received many awards that shows his result-oriented leadership and commitment for his work. We welcome you too, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think the onus is on me now. I suppose that I am supposed to take this care of panel discussion. So on behalf of my team, my associations, everyone, I welcome all of you. A very happy Digital Marketing Day to you all. Surendra, welcome. Faheem, happy to see you after a few years. Welcome. And Kewal, obviously welcome.
Thank you.
So guys, the thing is very clear that we normally do this session every year. And the agenda is very clear that we normally want to sensitize people. We keep selecting so many different types of topics and all that. And this time, because in last 1 or 2 years since lockdown happened, people have started talking a lot about automation and integration with the CRM software. So now I think this is the time that we should speak something that normally not everybody is speaking. So many people that keep talking about how to post and what kind of content to create. But I think we have to move ahead with such technical thing also so that we can have so many companies, specifically the small business owners, the local business owners, with the kind of thing that they can actually use in their organization, they can leverage. So I think looking at the theme of the day, that is what marketing automation and integration. I just want to have opening statements from you, August panelist members. So I'm expecting 3 to 5 minutes from all of you. And you just need to give your opening statement regarding the theme. We'll start with Kewal. So Kewal, your opening statement about the theme, please.
Thank you so much, Bhautik, first of all. And can we all give a big round of applause for Bhautik for organizing this entire session? And how can you give it? Just click on the reactions which is given there and you can click on that. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my views as well. Pre-COVID and post-COVID, it's a different era altogether. I believe pre-COVID, doing the digital marketing and automation, although it was important at that time as well, but many people thought it was an option. But post-COVID, if you're not doing the digital marketing, and if you're not systemizing your business, be it any department, marketing, operations, sales, or HR, growth cannot be possible because your competition has already started learning automation. Your competition is already utilizing the power of WhatsApp marketing. It has come up with a new feature called WhatsApp community, where 5,000 people can be part of that group, and you can nurture them. And your competition already has created a Facebook group where they are adding some value and nurturing people. Your competition already has created a YouTube channel. Doesn't matter whether they are into manufacturing, trading, services, whatever business is. Nowadays, the marketing is not about telling about your product. The marketing has become about answering the challenges which the customers are asking from you. So thank you so much, Bhautik, for introduction. Guys, just a brief introduction about myself. I am Kewal Kishan, and past 10 years, I have been helping manufacturers, traders, service providers, various industries to solve their business problems. It could be lead generation. It could be they are not able to convert the inquiries into customers. And it could be they are just running after their teammates to get the work done by becoming the chief follow-up officer. How can they get freedom from it? And getting firefighting in operations as well. And what I found out that if you want to grow your business, marketing is that one front area which you need to really need to begin now. And a lot of people, what mistake they make is that they do not even start the marketing because they are in the perfection mode. They feel कि एक अच्छा वीडियो एडिटर होगा तब YouTube वीडियो बनाएंगे, एक अच्छा डिजाइनर हायर करेंगे तब हम होली या दिवाली या क्रिसमस की कोई फेसबुक या इंस्टाग्राम के फोटो डालेंगे. Nowadays, people do not want to see the perfection. People want to see the authenticity, right? And authenticity is not about telling your product. Authenticity comes when you actually answer the frequently asked questions of your clients and of the market. And it could be just going live on Facebook and sharing your views. And it could be, creating a funnel on Facebook, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp as well. Many people mistake they make is that they start doing marketing, and when they generate inquiries, right, they end up giving their number on social media. And when the inquiries start coming in, they don't know how to track those inquiries. So that is where marketing and sales are not different; they are integrated. So nowadays, you might generate inquiries from WhatsApp, from Facebook, from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from email, from your referrals, right? So tracking them to a CRM system is also really, really important. So my takeaway here is that first of all, you need to differentiate between advertising and marketing. And many business owners in India keep talking about their product, and that is not marketing. That is self-advertising. Marketing begins when you forget about yourself and you think about the problems of the customer. Second, whatever inquiries that you're generating or you will start generating, if you're not able to track them, then all the efforts that you put on marketing will be total waste, right? So in that case, using the marketing automation, including CRM, email, and WhatsApp marketing is really crux.
Great. I think, yeah, absolutely right. And I think all of us, we agree to this, that marketing is something that you have to work very hard for, and maybe if not hard, you have to be very consistent with. Absolutely right, Kewal. Thank you so much for your opening statement. I'll go to Faheem now. Faheem, your opening statement for the theme of the day.
Thank you, Bhautik. Thank you, Kewal. Can you all hear me all right? Give me a thumbs up, please, if you can hear me. Great. Okay. I just wanted to understand the mood of the evening today, as well as the participants. If you are a digital marketer, can you type DM in the chat? If you are a digital marketer, type DM in the chat. I'm not going to talk if you're not going to participate. How about that? All right, great. Now, if you're a business owner, please type BO. So there are a lot of digital marketers who are also business owners. Type BO if you're a business owner. Fantastic. I see quite a few business owners. Fantastic. Great. Thank you. Thank you. So it kind of sets the mood, and I'm able to understand the room and read a little better. Just to follow on to what Kewal said, right? I mean, it's just not enough that you market, right? I mean, you need to market, And once you start marketing, you need to be able to get to your leads fast enough, and you can get to your leads fast enough and generate results only if you are able to capture them well. Let me give you an example from what Kewal said, right? About 10 years back, Harvard Business Review conducted a survey of 2,500 companies, about 2 or 3 million leads. They found out if you don't respond within 1 hour, the lead becomes so cold that a lead after 1 or 2 hours is equal to a lead of 1 week or 2 weeks old. Can you imagine? So it's almost a dead lead, right? So it's really important, and you can't do without automation. And today we are at an era where pretty much everything is getting disrupted, where we're talking about AI, so on and so forth. In the last 2 weeks, all of you have heard so much about artificial intelligence, chat, GPT, open AI, and all of that. And many of you are wondering if your jobs are safe. And many of you business owners are wondering if this will apply to your business. So answer to both the cohorts, the digital marketers as well as business owners, is yes. Digital marketers can lose jobs. Business owners can use a lot of this. To give you an example, before I pass it on to Surendra, is just a couple of days back, a few days back, I put up a video. I'm on Facebook. Please take a look at it. I did a demo of Chat GPT. And then along with my team, what I did was I just wrote a few keywords and I said, write a sentence in 30 characters, including space, with these keywords. And Chat GPT gave me a very accurate Google ad, right? So with 30 characters, did a fabulous job. I asked it to try again. It gave me a variation. So I think a lot of things are going to get disrupted very, very quickly. Chat GPT, open AI has the potential to disrupt Google. So I think I'm really excited to be here. Look forward to talking to all of you. I'm going to try and keep my part of the session as quickly, as crisp as possible, so that we all have enough time to take on your questions and answer your concerns, your excitement about AI and things. So thank you so much. Over to you, Bhautik and Surendra.
Thank you so much, Faheem, for putting this Chat GPT, because that is what I was supposed to ask you. But nevertheless, we want to listen so many things for our OpenAI and Chat GPT, absolutely. But yeah, you're to the point that we are in the era where there is the thing that everything is going in the AI direction. At the same time, we should understand that this is something that we need to use, we need to leverage it. So I think we are going to get a little bit more from your side. So now moving to Surendra. Surendra, welcome once again, and just looking forward to your opening statement, please.
Right. So I think I'm not a digital marketer, right? I come from a very different background of human resource, right? But then being a CEO, of course, one of your portfolios, how do you kind of market your solution, reach out to right people and things like that. So I'm going to give you a different, very, very different perspective in terms of, so yeah, so a lot of time what happens is generally HR people are not good marketers, right? They do a lot of good things, but they are not able to kind of market it well, right? So, and that is where probably, every HR has to kind of understand and know the importance of how they should market things. For example, in terms of the kind of culture that they build in-house, right? How do they market it so that, their overall, employer net promoter value goes up, their employer branding goes up, so that they are able to kind of attract good talent, right? Because see, ultimately, at the end of the day, what you market, how you market, probably helps you to kind of, reach out to right people. And if you are able to kind of communicate what you are really trying to communicate to the audiences that you are looking at, probably then you will be able to kind of, attract them, get them on board, right? When it comes to automation, I think, yeah, so, we are into business of helping companies to automate the complete human resource management. Now, how automation, so as Faheem and Kewal has talked about, right, saying that AI chat is something which is And so one thing that I want to communicate is like, though you are sitting in Ahmedabad doing a local business, but your competition is global, right? So the world has become smaller post COVID, and it has become far more smaller than what we used to think earlier. Though you are doing a business, say in South Bhopal area of Ahmedabad, but the competition is really global. So you'll have to kind of ensure that you live up to that expectation, ensure that you're able to market your product, your solution. And as Kewal rightly said, it's not about promoting what you have. It's about telling your target audiences in terms of how your product and services are able to solve their issues. Okay. That's the way the communication has to be made. If you're able to communicate how your solution or your product is able to solve their problem to the audiences that you're targeting, I think that's something that you're able to kind of reach out to right people, communicate with you, and then you'll be able to get them interested, make them interested in terms of at least talking to you, and at least have some curiosity about knowing how you can solve their problem. So that's what primarily is my opening statement, and then probably we'll talk more about when we go to question answer. Bhautik. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Surendra, for your opening statements. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for putting up your thoughts on the theme. Now I'm putting this panel discussion open for all of us to discuss on so many different things and thus. So let's start with the Kewal. Kewal, as you are on a mission, right, to automate 1 million businesses in India, but we can still, see that many businesses are unaware of automation in marketing. So how can you define that for them in a very simple terms? बहुत ही आसानी से, like what is automation? Because sometimes it happens that the businesses, they want to do so many things, they have very good budget to spend on that, but they are very much unaware of that. So first of all, we just need to understand that if you can define in the simplest terminology. Second question along with that is automating marketing activity very difficult or costly that only big brands can afford? Or is it something that a small local company can also use it? So yes, Kewal.
Yes, both questions are good questions. Thank you so much. And I would request if the participants could switch on their video as well, because as a coach, as a speaker, I would love to see everybody who's on the call. Can you guys do it? Shiva Naidu has done it. Just switch on the video if you guys can. So answering the first question, what is automation? Simply, something which makes your life easy. That is automation, right? I can call to my parents from this mobile because this is automation. I can have my water in this Milton bottle, and for 3 hours or 6 hours the water will be hot. So this is again the technology which is built for keeping the water hot. Now, as a business owner in India, specifically, business owners are doing everything. They are handling the accounts, they are talking to the clients, they are creating the quotations, they're giving the work to their employees, they're following up with their employees whether the work is done or not. Yeah, so I will give you a few examples when it comes to getting the clarity on what is business automation. So like when we talked about generating inquiries from Facebook or generating inquiries from LinkedIn, right? Can those inquiries come automatically on an Excel or Google sheet, right? When you give the work to your employees, do you give the work to your employees by calling them? Or can you just fill a Google form and that particular teammate gets a WhatsApp and gets automated reminder every day whether that person has completed the work or not? So जो काम हम करते हैं अपनी पूरी business में, या तो कोई उसमें data entry कर रहा है, or somebody is approving something, or somebody is analyzing some Excel or tele reports. So everybody is doing something, but if that can be integrated in one process, that is what we call as process automation. Okay. And in India specifically, we see most of the business owners are still running their business on diaries, and few of them have upgraded to tele or Excel, right? Right now, when it comes to the business automation, they need to understand, they need to come on cloud, they need to start using the systems like Zoho or Google Workspace, where they and their employees, whether on the field or in the office, can get the data collection automation. They can also get their reports as well live on the dashboard. So that's one the answer to the first question, what is business automation. Your second question was, what is marketing automation and why should people do it? So I would like to share the screen here if the host can allow me to do so. So when we hear these terms like automation, marketing,
The host, can you please pass the
can you give me the access to share my screen?
Okay, meanwhile, Kewal, just go ahead with this thing that the costly and all the part.
Yeah, so on the share screen, there's an icon, just click on that and from you'll be able to change that. Okay, I just wanted to share a success story of one guy who is living in Bihar. He's one of my clients, and his entire team is uneducated. They don't even know English, or they're like absolutely uneducated. And this is a story which really inspires me, and it will inspire everybody else. That guy is a retired army colonel, and when he retired, he started his water tank cleaning business. Like हमारे घर पे water tank होता है, and he charges around 1,500 to 2,000 rupees for one water tank cleaning. And he said, Kewal, I want to automate my marketing, I want to automate my sales. And I was really surprised to know that somebody who does not even have a business, like a basic service, and with a revenue of 50,000 per month, okay, he started implementing the learnings, including the Facebook marketing, WhatsApp marketing, set up the entire CRM. Within 3 months, his sales grew from 52,000 rupees to 2 lakh rupees. Now, I usually talk about big businesses, how they are crossing the turnover of 100, 200 crores. But here we are talking about local businesses. I hope that theme is right? So I just wanted to talk about that particular success story. Agar mujhe share screen ka access mil jata, I could just show his results as well. So the crux here is that doesn't matter what is the size of your business, either you're a freelancer or having a couple of employees. The main thing which you need to, the main thing which you need to focus on is that whatever you're doing, are you tracking it somewhere? Like when the customer sends you a message on WhatsApp that I want to inquire about this product, and you call the customer and the customer says, okay, let's have a meeting on Wednesday, which is next week. Most of us forget on taking that client follow-up. How technology can make sure that we are able to track the inquiries, when we know which inquiry is at prospect stage, which inquiry is going to give us the advance payment, and which inquiry has become a client. Now, one thing which most of the people miss out is that they are always focusing on client acquisition, that through marketing automation, we'll be able to acquire the client. But they don't understand that whatever clients you already have, they can also help you market your business. So I always tell people that when it comes to the customer journey, it should start with prospect, and then serious buyer who is interested to buy a product. And then when the person becomes your customer, that is where the relationship starts. And that gives the opportunity to actually understand on how and why did he paid you. Because जो उसका एक core reason होगा ना, वो आपके product के service से related नहीं है. उसका core reason है कि या तो उसको time बचाना है, या उसको पैसा बचाना है, या उसको you want to make more money, or he or she want to reduce some risk, right? Or he or she want to increase their rapport in the market. So if as a business owner, अगर आप 2-3 वो points पकड़ पाएं कि आपके product या service से user को benefit क्या हो रहा है in terms of how it's making their life easy, तभी वो automation, तभी systems, तभी AI काम करेगा, right? अगर आपने वो core challenges discover नहीं कर पाए client के, तो दुनिया की कोई technology आप लगा लो, आपका business नहीं बढ़ पाएगा. So that is what is my message to all the people. And here I think I got the screen access as well. This guy I was talking about, somebody who is having a very small business in Bihar, and I took his interview in May month, and this is a CRM dashboard which he got it set up in our training program. And in January the sale was 50,000, and till April the sales crossed 2 lakh. अब जो मैं आप लोगों को पॉइंट बोल रहा था कि एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर पे भी फोकस करो, बहुत लोग नहीं करते हैं. ये देखिए, I told in this concept that start focusing on existing customers. Don't forget, do not lose them, right? Stay in touch with them, send them messages. Like India is full of festivals, right? 25 festivals in India every year. Now somebody is doing this again. Hold on. So अगर आप Indian festivals पे अपने existing clients को wishes भेजते हो, तो जिससे बोलते हैं ना, जो दिखता है वही बिकता है, तो आपके कस्टमर्स को याद रहता है कि आप कुछ हो। सो इन जनवरी जो उनकी सेल्स आ रही थी, उसमें जो ओल्ड कस्टमर्स है, यू कैन सी दिस पर्टिकुलर ग्राफ, ओल्ड कस्टमर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन वाज अराउंड 5 to 10%, बट अप्रैल में जो उनकी 2 लाख रुपए सेल हुई, उसमें ओल्ड कस्टमर्स का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है, नाउ अगेन समबडी इज हैकिंग द सिस्टम, ओल्ड कस्टमर्स का जो सिस्टम कंट्रीब्यूशन है, दैट वाज 40% as compared to the 10% before. So as a business owner, right, मैं आपको 2-3 पॉइंट बोलूंगा, and after that I'll be wrapping up my discussion. You need to focus on creating your marketing and sales checklist. First of all, create a Google sheet, start noting down कि क्या-क्या questions हैं जो आपके customers आपसे पूछते हैं whenever they call you, whenever they want to buy any product or service you. So create at least 10 to 15 FAQs, because वो FAQs आपको opportunity देंगे वीडियोस बनाने की YouTube पे, right? और वही जो वीडियोस कोई देखेगा वो उसका क्वेश्चन आंसर होगा, and he and she might come out to you, right? Second, find out on when somebody buy a product, call them and ask them, sir, why did you choose us? क्या core reason है कि आपने हमें पेमेंट किया है, right? Is it, do you want to save money, do you want to save time, or do you want to make more money, or do you want to reduce risk? Find out what are 2 to 3 reasons because of which somebody has paid you, right? And third, we talked about prospect, and then serious buyer, and then buyer. उसके बाद next जो stage है वो है loyal customer. अगर आपने existing customer को acquire कर लिया social media से, Facebook से, WhatsApp से, you need to make sure that you give them the 5-star service, and that is where the customer will make sure that he or she will become your brand ambassador. We see brands like Uber, Ola, right? Initial time when they acquired the customer, it was not about making the profit. They just focused on opening the relationship with the clients. That okay, get a free ride, 50 rupees discount, right? And they knew that if we are able to give a good service for a couple of rides, things will change forever. And till date, we are using Uber, we are using Ola because the initial experience was good. So as a business owner, let me just complete my remarks here. Let me just complete the speech. That make sure when you acquire a customer, the couple of weeks experience, it needs to be so good that after that, the customer becomes the fan of your work. And मैं एक simple फंडा सबको बोलता हूँ, अगर आपका एक कस्टमर बिना आपके उनको बोले एक और कस्टमर नहीं ला पाता है आपके लिए, तो आपका बिजनेस स्केल नहीं हो सकता. If your one customer can bring one new customer without you putting any effort, then you can scale your business. And I hope Faheem also would agree with the same. So thank you so much, Bhautik. I hope that the talk makes some sense.
Yes, absolutely. And very to the point, and I think the kind of data that you have shared, it is very inspiring, right? अगर इतने छोटे गांव में कोई इतना एक अपना सेल 2 लाख तक ले जाता है, I think this is very inspiring, and this is what the agenda is all about. That we want everybody to use it, not only the digital platform, not only in terms of putting something, as you said, in the WhatsApp status, but we actually want them to automate the thing so that they can do the work. Yes.
मैं यहाँ पे एक चीज मैं सबको बोलूंगा, जो सबसे बड़ी मिस्टेक इंडियन बिजनेसेस करते हैं, every business owner has a lot of motivation, but very few people are consistent. So there's a book called This is Marketing by, I'll tell you the name, by Sheth और उस बुक में he says that जब आप कोई अपनी marketing शुरू करो, when you talk about some challenges, problems, what will happen after a month, you will feel कि आप एक ही message, एक ही problem की बात करते जा रहे हो. You will start feeling bored. And you will get that kick कि यार मुझे अपना कुछ नया चीज मार्केट करनी चाहिए. And उस टाइम पे आपको मार्केटिंग सेम जो मैसेज आप पहले बोल रहे थे 1 month before, you should not stop there. He said then your team will tell you that we are saying the same message, same marketing, same questions again and again, we should change something. He says don't stop there. And he says your friends will tell you it has been 1 year and you keep talking about this one thing, change your messaging. He says don't stop then as well, because he says when you, your employees and your friends, जब वो आपकी मार्केटिंग से बोर हो जाएंगे ना, मार्केट तब आपको एक्चुअली सुनना शुरू करेगी. So he says it takes at least 1 year for people to actually listen to what you say. So last couple of years, I was talking about firefighting freedom, automation. And the result is, because of years of consistency of the same message again and again and again and again, this is the result.
True.
From November 2021 till 31st October this year, in 1 year, this is the analytics of our Facebook page. We were able to reach out to 82 lakh people on Facebook itself.
Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome.
Right? So marketing is not about some creativity. It's about finding your message and just stick to it. और उसको इतना कन्वे करो, इतना रिपीट करो कि जब तक आपको लगे नहीं यार बहुत हो गया, चलते रहो, और आपके फ्रेंड्स को लगे यार क्यों पका रहे हो एक मैसेज बार बार, एक ही प्रॉब्लम की डिस्कशन करते जा रहे हो. Don't stop there as well. And I think somebody was talking about, I don't know which speaker was talking about it, ki manufacturer. So I just want to share one more thing here. This is one of my student, Mehul. He is a manufacturer. He has never done marketing on Facebook. He has account in India Mart. He had the business, getting the business from referrals. And he said, let me just try Facebook ads. And he created a big sick e-commerce website on Instamozo. And I gave him some tips on Facebook ads. And because his messaging was right, he is into perfumes manufacturing. He got first order from the Facebook, which was worth 1 lakh rupee. And this post he posted on our portal 1 year back. So even it's the marketing is not only for digital marketers, service providers. Even if you're a manufacturer, even if you're a real estate company, you can market your product or service, because it's not about you or your product. It's about the problem that you want to solve. So what he did, he said, do you want to, gift your employees something that will make them feel good? So that was the kind of positioning he had. So, you can gift the perfumes to them. So people came to his landing page and people started inquiring about his perfumes, and one of the guy placed 1 lakh rupee order. So that is the crux. Marketing is not about you. It is about your customer. Thank you.
Okay, so wonderful. So Faheem, coming back to you, because I think you are someone who has worked with different brands, and not only on social media, but you worked a lot on search engine also, and getting website on the top organically with the ads also. So my question is, how can a business design a channel, right, that covers strategy for user engagement on social media or website to generate sales or the lead generation? And is it possible to automate this entire channel with minimum human interface or human interaction?
Thank you, Bhautik. Thank you so much, Kewal. Very inspiring talk. Thank you. Bhautik, how are we with time? 6 to 7, right? We are at 6:40. So I'll pace my thing accordingly. So do we have a hard stop at 7 o'clock, or how is it?
We do not. You can go ahead. So I think when we are in the mood,
the audience, we can talk. Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much, Bhautik. Really appreciate it. All right. So, with minimal human intervention, right? I mean, just like Kewal mentioned, it's not so easy to be able to do that. But as much as possible, you have to attempt. You have to strive to capture all the information. See, the first thing is to capture before you can take any action. So the most valuable things when you're doing marketing is capturing the leads. So there are plenty of solutions that are available that will capture leads. Now, leads come not just from your landing page or website. They can come from even comments on Facebook, right? It could be just messaging on WhatsApp that can convert into leads. Bunch of different solutions. Different companies have taken on roles, different roles. Like an email marketing company now also doubles up as a CRM company. There's an email company called ConvertKit, which also helps with landing page. So there is a lot of flux. There's a lot of change happening currently as far as tools and automation is concerned. To answer your question, are there Yes. I mean, if you want to put up posts on social media, and if you want to manage your website, handle the incoming leads, the calls, there are definitely a few pieces of software. I don't think there is one or two software that do everything well, but we don't need to be that perfect also. I mean, there are softwares like Zoho Social, right? So let's say you go into the Zoho ecosystem, you have the CRM, you have the social, you have invoicing, and for almost all of these, they have APIs available. APIs are basically application programming interface. So you can have Zoho CRM talk to another. Let's say you have a Google Sheet. From Google Sheet using Zoho API, you'll be able to pull information or push information. So there are quite a few solutions that are available out there that you can use to automate all of your channels and use it efficiently as with as little human intervention as possible. Having said that, it's very important to have a strategy in place. I think Kewal very beautifully explained that is first, you need to understand your customer, you need to message them right, and then be able to design a communication platform as well as a digital platform to cater to their needs, right? It's just not internal, right? It is always external. So, those are my quick points in terms of thing. What was your other question, Bhautik, if you can think? You're on mute, Bhautik.
Okay, so I think the host has, taken all the control even from my thing. Okay, but that was required because of the thing. Yeah, the second question was that is it possible to automate the entire channel with minimum human interaction or interference?
Definitely, right? And yes, that is possible. But let me just kind of expand why it is important to automate that, right? So let me give you a little example. I mean, let's talk about last 1.5 years. So a quick introduction about myself. I have some famous associations, right? I run what is called as a Digital Masters Alliance. Me and 8 other digital marketers in India, we do what is called as a Digital Masters Conference every year in different parts. We used to do physical events. So some of you would be familiar with Siddharth Rajsekar, Saurabh Jain, Deepak, Avi Arya, Gaurav, Gopal. Each of these people are leaders in some of the things that they do. In terms of automation and all of that, I think Siddharth has done a fantastic job, right? If you look at Gopal, what he does, he's able to deliver effectively courses for many hundreds and thousands of coaches across the country using just WhatsApp. So yes, a lot can be done using automation. So the background to what I wanted to say was we do quite a bit of advertising, right? Every month we manage a few crores in advertising on Google and Facebook. So we are operating with, let's say, for example, let's take a vertical called real estate and how marketing automation is important for them. We generate leads for them. Now, whenever you generate leads for a client, there are 2-3 problems that will come. Leads quantity is a problem. Leads quality is a problem. Leads quantity is easy to solve, right? We don't need much of information from the clients. But when the client says lead quality is a challenge, and that is what is the most important thing for a business, not leads quantity, but quality. Now, when it comes to lead quality, when let's say we run 5 different kind of campaigns and the lead quality from 3 campaigns are bad, we can go back and fix those campaigns, right? Now, this is how 99% of the people operate, but there are probably a small percentage of digital marketers around the world, including in India. What they are doing now is they have understood that the Facebook algorithm and the Google algorithm in the last 1.5-2 years have become very flawed, right? They have a lot of challenges because of Apple iOS. Google is entering a world where it is becoming about cookieless, right? In 2023, they're going into a cookieless world. So what Facebook and Google have been telling us is, please give us signals, feedback into Facebook and Google. Send us signals about the leads. So now what we do is we integrate, whether it is Zoho, we have our own, we have two SaaS products where we manage, there is a leads management solution as well as ad tech platform that we are building. So what we do from our clients is we automate everything so that, for example, when a client takes 1,000 leads and punches good leads, bad leads, okay leads, so on and so forth, we give the signal back to Facebook and Google. When we every day keep sending this signal through this automation that we have built, Google and Facebook are able to give us better quality of leads. Now we don't have to just optimize the campaigns in a very crude manner, which is what was really sophisticated earlier. The more sophistication that has come into play now is feeding the signals on a minute by minute, hourly basis back to thing. Just to give you an idea, when you are able to give a lot of signals back to Google and Facebook, on Google, right now, you can do a custom conversion bidding. So for example, let us say you're working with real estate clients, and let's say you've given 1,000 site visit data back to Google. Let's say you got 5,000 leads and 1,000 site visits you gave 1,000 site visits. Now you can go to Google and say, I'm willing to bid 5,000 rupees, but I want only a site visit. So they will be able to give you leads which are closest to becoming a site visit. Valuable, right? Right? Type awesome if you agree. Type awesome, right? So that is the reason. Now, that is the reason why you want to do marketing automation. So there are plenty of tools. The why is the critical thing, right? So there are just plenty of things. I'm happy to talk more as we go along. Thank you so much, Bhautik.
Oh, there's so many things, Faheem, you have mentioned, and I think, yeah, ConvertKit, MailChimp, they are all now no more just an email marketing tools, landing page, Zoho API, cookieless. We keep talking about first-party data and the third-party data. And I think the very important point that you have raised at the end is the signal of leads. And I think this is very important as a marketer, that how we can use this thing also so that we can generate more quality leads further. And I think that is how the automation is working. So we are asking the algorithm to work for us rather than, as you said, we used to work earlier in a different manner. So very good. I think I just loved it the way you have explained. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt. Okay, so there are participants who are connecting with us and who are concerned that is there any hacking or fishy thing happening in the event due to the interruption in the middle. So guys, there is no such thing, such fishy thing happening in the event. There was some in the middle, there was some inquiry and it admitted by chance, it was not from the event. So guys, there is no hacking, no phishing thing happening. So don't worry. None of your data is going to be hacked. Sorry for the interruption.
And Bhautik, just to add to what Reshma was saying, Reshma, if I may very quickly, I was asking ChatGPT how to hack a Zoom session. All right. And ChatGPT
so
says,
we are getting continuous calls. So that is why I came to announce this. So guys, there is nothing fishy happening.
Great. So I asked how to hack a Zoom session. ChatGPT did not answer. It says illegal, malicious, and all of that, right? And then I asked a different question. And that is what is the future for digital marketers, right? The right kind of question. So I said, how are they hacking a Zoom session? I asked. And it gave all the answers. Then I asked anti-hacking software, so on and so forth. I think one of the things that Reshma and I think somebody, probably one of the participants or the host or whoever it is, has probably not updated the Zoom software. So one of the things that I'm reading now is, so for all of you, please update your Zoom software after this session, because we don't know whether it is through a participant's old Zoom software or the host's thing that this has happened. So that's what I just read now. Thank you.
Agree. So see, very quick. Faheem was very quick. Absolutely very quick. Went out and just used ChatGPT to find the answers. So nice of you. Thank you so much. Coming to you, Surendra, and yes, we know that you are from HR, and whether it was a deliberate reason to have you on the board for this panel discussion, because we wanted to have the different perspective in terms of the automation that can again help to the marketing. And because we keep talking about automation, it's not only about the marketing, it's at the end of the day, the business itself, because we all want the business to grow, and we understand that even the HR plays very important role, right? So as so we know that overall growth of the business development, you have to have HR very strong. But how do you see the role of HR management in marketing efficiency, other than recruitment and the selection or having the right people at the right time? But other than that, second question along with that is, if you talk about marketing on the internet, how should the HR function of any business add value to that in terms of marketing on internet? Surendra.
Right, Bhautik. And thank you so much. I think, so as I told you earlier also, right, generally HR people are not good marketeers, right? So primarily so I would say not just HR, but every employee in the organization has to be a good marketer, considering the current trend, that is going on, and with a lot of automation around it, we all need to know how do we kind of get things ahead, because there are a lot of jobs which are going to be on stake because of these AI and GPT that we're talking about, right? So so other than recruitment and employee getting right people for right job, what is important for HR is to kind of, so as I told you, right, so employer branding is one of the aspects that HR looks very closely, right? When we say about employer net promoter value or employer branding, the onus is primarily with HR in terms of so like any good customers, right? If you are able to make them happy, they refer you more customers. Okay. Similarly, if you are able to build right culture, okay, as an HR, and if you're able to showcase that, and if you're able to kind of make sure that your internal customers who are employees are happy, probably they are going to refer you more people, right? Ultimately, that will help you to kind of identify, recruit right people, okay? Ensure that you are able to kind of give them a good growth roadmap, because ultimately people are the only asset that you have. That is the only differentiation that you can create over a period of time in your business. And with the automation, what is happening? So now a lot of people are talking about Generation Z, okay? People, especially who are born after 97, right? They are all tech savvy. So HR as a subject is not been very new. It's been pretty old. It's been going on from last 35 years, right? But what is changing, post COVID and with the new generation? So you have people who are born after 97 getting into a job, and we all know how difficult it is for us to manage them. Parenting counseling as a subject, okay, was never been a subject in India. Our parents never went through a parenting counseling to manage this, right? But we have to go through a parenting counseling to ensure that we are able to manage our kids properly, right? Now, think of a situation, if these kids become a workforce tomorrow, who's going to get counseled, right? Those people who are going to get into a new workforce, or the managers who are going to manage them? Of course, the managers to get counseled to ensure that they are getting properly trained, to ensure that they are able to manage these Generation Z. Now, when we bring to a newer perspective in terms of automation, see, their expectation of technology is very different, far more superior than what we used to do in terms of technology, right? So, for example, using the app for putting the attendance, using the app for looking at salary slip, or using the app for putting up their concerns, things like that, right? So even very simple example, right? So today, on a simple leave application form, an employee applies for a leave, okay? And as a manager, if you reject a leave, okay, they feel bad, okay? But if your technology is smart enough, say that when they apply for a leave, right, there is an AI tool which comes and tells them, saying that you have applied for a leave, but there are already 4 people in your team has already applied for a leave, and your probability of leave getting approved from your manager is just 20%. You still want to apply? So what you're making, you're giving them the information beforehand, saying that the probability is very less because there are already set of people who have applied before, and your probability of getting your leave getting approved is going to be less. So your technology has to kind of get to a level where you are able to kind of communicate and give the right data to these people, because young generation, talking to them and giving, just rejecting things without giving them the data is all going to be a chaos, right? So they will be asking questions because they are more aware, they are more knowledgeable, they have access to all the knowledge, and our tech tool has to be smart enough in terms of giving those data, giving those information, so that we avoid those human interactions in terms of when it comes to conflict management, right? So that's one, of course. And coming back to in terms of how HR automation primarily, so people analytics, so for example, as I told you, like people are your one of the most valuable asset of your business. Now when you automate these things, right? So automation is of course the third stage that everyone would want to have it, right? For example, if you go to a small business, before automation, there are 2 more stages. Okay, so 2 more stages in terms of, first you need to ensure there is a process that you lay down at ground in terms of how you are going to, there's a standard operating process that you have to build first. Okay, then you need to ensure that you have someone who basically ensures that these processes are getting run on ground, and then you are clear that now I am pretty sure that this is the process which is working for me, and now I want to kind of take it to a next level by automating it, so that I really don't spend a lot of time in terms of managing this manually. A lot of these companies, where automation fails is because they don't have right resources, especially in HR. For example, a company with a 20 people organization trying to implement HRMS, they fail because the automation doesn't take place, because what happens is there is no dedicated, or there is no qualified resource in house to manage those automation piece. Okay, and people analytics becomes very, very important, because it helps you to kind of track, saying that what is your recruitment per hire cost, what is your offer to join ratio, if there is an attrition which is happening, why the attrition is happening, under which manager the attrition is happening more. Okay, under which department, what tenure of people you are losing. For example, you are losing people within first 3 months of their joining, you are losing people who completed 1 year in the organization, because every analytics is going to give you different, there will be different challenges and issues, right? So automation, of course, is something which is unavoidable. The sooner you do it, the better it is for your business, because it gives you, so it not just give you, it doesn't only convert the manual thing into automation, but it also gives you a lot of analytics, which basically helps you to take right decision at right time, whether it is marketing, HR. Ultimately, every business owner has to have these analytics at place, so that they are able to kind of take informed decisions, which basically helps their businesses to grow fast.
Surendra, I agree to it, because HRIS is also my one of the favorite topics, other than obviously marketing. And I love to understand, I love to guide even the organization that how important it is to have a good HRIS in the company. And along with the data and analytics, it is not only going to help you to solve the routine HR issues, but it can definitely help in the other management functions as well. So I think very rightly said by you that analytics is the one of the most important part now. And yeah, in terms of the HR, it is only going to help you by creating certain systems that can automate the things, and you can integrate all the departments along with marketing. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, now we are moving to the second and the last part of the session, and I will request obviously August panelists to just short down your answers to the point, crisp answers, so that we can cover maybe at least 1 or 2 questions from the participants as well. So going back to Kewal, this is a question for you, Kewal. So it is difficult for many business owners to even think about the role of G Suite in automation. And I think you are doing wonderfully well in using the G Suite for the automation. So can you tell us how you have helped so many businesses with automation using the G Suite platform? So just want to understand that what are the different applications in the G Suite that you have used in making the things, integrated with each other, and hence you could get the good result.
Yes. So when we talk about solving a problem permanently, then we automate it. If you do not want to solve it permanently, then you keep doing it by yourself. So there are many tools to automate your processes, and one tool which we have helped 4,000 plus clients in India on automating their business is Google. How? Because Google has kind of replaced Microsoft in terms of being the leader on Microsoft Office suite. So Microsoft has Excel, Word, and it is built for big multinational companies. But when it comes to the MSMEs, for them, the cost of using G Suite is much lower than taking the paid subscription of Microsoft, Office. Now, when we talk about automating any process, there are 3-4 steps, right? So you said like how G Suite helps, like, so आपको कोई customer ने inquiry देनी है, so customer either can call you or customer can just fill a form which is on your website. So Google form is the best form for inquiry generation, which you can add on your website. Now, inquiry आपको email पे आए या WhatsApp पे आए या Google form पे आए, usually people note it down on an Excel file or diaries. Now that inquiry from Google form can directly go to Google Sheet. And then using Google Data Studio, you can create any kind of report as well without any kind of coding. Now, Google products like Google Form, Google Sheets, they are open. So they can be integrated with Facebook ads. They can be integrated with WhatsApp API as well. All right. So because the Google was easy to use, secondly, it is free to use if you use it through your Gmail ID. So if somebody is just having a small business in a tier 2 or tier 3 city and has just a Gmail ID at gmail.com, they can also implement all the solutions which Google are giving them. So that's answer.
Okay, so I think there are so many things you can do with G Suite, and I think I request the participants, the members who have joined us, that you should follow Kewal on LinkedIn, and I think he's posting so many videos about all these things. So I think there are so many things to learn from this, because so many times we do not talk about G Suite for the automation, but I think it's wonderfully, it can become wonderfully easy for you even to adapt it. And as he said, just
Let
use
me
your
just-
Gmail and start with the things.
Let me just gift one of my video to all the students.
You can put the link in the
Yeah, I'll just give it. This particular video, just implement it in your business and you will say thank to yourself that you attended this session. I always tell that just begin, just start. Okay. Do not wait for perfection, because many of us keep doing that. So I'll tell you what the video is.
So we have early Santa Claus, and thanks Kewal for acting as a Santa Claus for us.
So 7 type of Google forms which you should have in your business by year 2023. Okay. The video I put it up, you guys can click it and you can watch it later. Just click on the subscribe button so that you can find my other videos as well. So in that video, I've just explained कि आपको inquiry form होना चाहिए, एक request callback form होना चाहिए, एक customer support form होना चाहिए, right? एक बार form बन गए, entry आने लग गई, Google Sheet पे data manage होने लग जाएगा. And then you can think about how can you send WhatsApp confirmation, how can you analyze the data, and how can you kind of categorize कि कौन सी pending inquiries हैं, कौन सी inquiries interested हैं. But it all starts with data collection. That's it. Even when somebody clicks on a Facebook ad and click yes, Facebook captures that data of their name, email address, and phone number and gives to you. Either you can download in a CSV or you can get it in a CRM software, including Google Sheet. Now, you might not run the Facebook ad directly, but at least you can, you can share a customer inquiry form on the Facebook and YouTube video along with your marketing content. So just, implement these 7 forms, which I have told in the YouTube video, and your automation journey will naturally begin.
Great. Thank you so much, Kewal. Thank you so much. Okay, Faheem, coming to you, because you have started talking about ChatGPT, you have started talking about the role of AI in the marketing automation. So very quickly, we all want to know that if you can throw certain more light on how AI is going to impact the entire digital ecosystem in the next couple of years. Yes, we know that it always started a few years back only, but what is seen hereafter for next 2-3 years? Along with that, if you can suggest some tools, some recommendations. So many people are talking about CRM, they're asking questions about CRM. Along with the CRM, other certain tools that you can suggest, or maybe you and your team are using. So yes, Faheem.
Sure. Thank you so much. So in interest of time, I'll try and keep it short. Bhautik, if you're talking about impact of AI, I think it's already impacting us, except it was behind the scenes. AI has been used by many large companies for a really long time, even more so now by all the big companies, right? I mean, whether it is Facebook, Google, especially as digital marketers. So in terms of tools, right now, I really think 2023 onwards, the adoption of AI is going to become very accelerated. It's going to be really fast because it has become popular and cool thing very quickly, right? ChatGPT is the fastest growing platform in the world currently, faster than Instagram, faster than Snapchat, anything else that has ever come, right? This is the biggest disruption. I really think all you need is just a Google email ID, go to OpenAI, just Google that and go to ChatGPT and start using it. You will be surprised. I just want to give you some examples from today, right? Just last weekend, we are at this weekend, last weekend, somebody in 2 days time was able to create a cartoon, a comic with animation and script and everything in 1 weekend, and he launched it. People are very upset about it, and people are also shocked, and people are also thrilled. So there are going to be 3 different categories of people, right? So which category that you want to be part of? I recommend that you collaborate instead of competing. There are a lot of things software can do. Software has a fantastic memory. Human beings don't have it, right? That's the reason why we use to-do lists and apps, so on and so forth. So I would say use ChatGPT. That's number one. If you're somebody who's into writing and all of that, use Jasper AI. I don't have to tell anybody about this new software called Lensa AI, which, I mean, it's doing a fantastic job in terms of visuals and all that. So there are plenty of AI tools that are available there, but a lot of them are at an early stage, right? In terms of usage. But a lot of AI machine learning is being used in the background. If any programmers are there, you should look up something called as TensorFlow machine learning to train the software. So for example, let me give you an example of how we are using it, planning to use, in our software. Surendra, you'll be very interested to know about this. Actually, I'm human and I made a mistake. I realized one of our best employees, we did not incentivize for quite some time. And immediately we fixed it. And we don't want to miss an opportunity. So what we did was, in our software, which tracks a lot of things, I just told my CTO, from now on, please track all the social media managers, the posts that they put up, have a 3-month average. If they do better in the next month, so on and so forth, in terms of engagement, if their posts have gotten better engagement, better CTR, which is click-through ratio, and a few other parameters, we will incentivize them. So we will have a chart of all social media managers and designers, and we know exactly who did what, right? Click of a button. So now this is not artificial intelligence as yet, right? But imagine going forward, right? We have collected data for 1 year, and somebody goes and says, hey, give me an idea for a viral social media post, right? So this machine learning would have captured so much data from so many posts, will be able to tell, hey, in this industry, this was a good post. Do you want to try a different angle for this industry? And come up with 4-5 suggestions to the social media team. So likewise, we are tracking what the advertising team is doing in terms of better leads, qualified leads, because everything we are already tracking through our software. All we have to do is incentivize people based on this. So yeah, so just to summarize, use ChatGPT, use Jasper AI. If you're into programming, TensorFlow, it's a fantastic piece of software. I think Lensa AI, a lot of you are using. Somebody asked, which is a good CRM software? There are hundreds of CRM software. My suggestion is start with something as simple as Zoho CRM. It's very, very inexpensive. You should go ahead and start that. So somebody asked, what are the challenges marketing automation helps to overcome for businesses? I think Kewal talked about it quite a bit. Let's just specifically talk about advertising. If you're running ads, marketing automation, which is getting the leads, nurturing the leads and qualifying the leads, and then sending the signals back to the platforms, right, will complete the loop of automation, and it will help get better quality of leads, which means it will help your business a lot. Somebody has asked a question, marketing automation and CRM, are they same, right? They're both different things. Maybe Kewal can take that question later. I hope I answered all the questions, Bhautik. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, so there's so many people, like as I said, that there are so many questions in the mind of the people when it comes to automation, the CRM, and the role of the AI. But yeah, you were to the point, and thank you for suggesting certain tools, because this is what people are looking forward. And I agree to you that Zoho is the kind of CRM to kickstart your journey with the CRM. So even I think everybody will suggest with that let us start with the Zoho. Thank you so much, Faheem. Okay, so now moving to the last question of the day to Surendra. So again, it is Surendra, this is again something related to CRM, CVM for the better conversion. We keep talking about, right? But we hardly talk about the smart digitized HR platforms or HRIS that you have just mentioned in your earlier question as well. So can you throw some light on how data mining from HRIS can also be helpful for conversion, sales conversion, or sales generation?
Okay, so see, I mean, as Faheem already told, right, there are things which has to get interrelated through APIs, right? So, for example, in terms of your CRM tool should have an API which should get integrated with. So you talk about ERP as a whole, where you have HR module, you have marketing, sales module, you have email marketing. This has to get integrated. See, all the data flows has to kind of talk, and you should be able to kind of take out a right kind of analytics out of it, right? So when it comes to your team, managing the performances in terms of your digital marketing team, in terms of what kind of channel, okay, is kind of giving you the right kind of output, okay, and this has to, you'll have to keep experimenting. For example, there are a few businesses that you'll have which will primarily, with their email campaign would be very, very effective. You'll have certain set of businesses where you'll have customer references going to be very, very effective. There are certain set of businesses where you'll have WhatsApp marketing or as a Facebook marketing is very effective. There are certain set of businesses will have LinkedIn marketing, which is very, very effective, right? So I think you'll have to kind of depending upon the business that you are into, depending upon the target audiences, the solution that you are providing, and your target audiences, you'll have to choose that right channel, and how do you kind of automate those entire channel, and you kind of get those analytics, and probably, and then see, there are few channels which are also seasonal. Okay, for example, there are certain period of year that you probably, there are certain channel which will work better for you. But for example, certain part of year you'll have certain other channels which will primarily give you better outputs. So for example, for our set of businesses, when we promote and we communicate, the content is very, very important aspect. Today everyone talks about content, building content and marketing content is one of the very, very important aspect of the digital business, right? So what you write, how you communicate, and through which channel you communicate, makes a lot of sense. But probably you have to answer your question in terms of HRIS and CRM putting together. I think in terms of it's from an employee productivity perspective, only you will be able to kind of track this data. I mean, other than that, I don't think so. Probably from an HRIS angle, you'll be able to take out the data in terms of how does it helps directly to a sales number. I mean, other than measuring the productivity of a sales and marketing team, I really don't think there is a direct connectivity in terms of looking at the HRS data in terms of the overall sales impact.
Yeah. So that is also one of the things, that is, you need to have the connection between the data that you are generating from the HRIS and the kind of conversion that you want to do from your sales system. So maybe there comes the role of the human interference, that you want good people to understand both the sides, and hence it can be benefited to the organization as a whole. Thank you so much, Surendra, for putting your points in a very crisp manner. And with this, gentlemen, thank you so much. I think all of you were excellent, and you have been very to the point with your answers. And I think everybody has learned so many things. Now, as we have already suggested this earlier, like Reshma is going to take over, but yeah, you will be given a couple of questions for Faheem, Kewal, and Surendra. So the team will send you certain questions. I request you personally, please find some time from your busy schedule and just write down a very small answers to the questions. We'll compile all the answers, and then we are going to send it to all the registered members. We had almost 200 registrations. So as you know, so many people have registered. So we are going to send it to all of them along with your contact details, so that if at all they want to connect with you directly, they can directly contact you as well. So thank you so much from my side. So Reshma, we can wind it up. Thank you
so much, Bhautik, for organizing this session, and it was a pleasure listening to Surendra and Faheem as well.
Same here, Kewal. I mean, it was pleasure listening to you and Faheem, and thank you, Bhautik, for organizing this.
Thank you, everyone. Bhautik, are we? Do we have some time to take any questions from the audience?
Oh yeah, I think we can. I will better send the questions to segregating to all of you. I think that would be better. Okay. Because there are some. If you have any question in your,
there is one question I'm very tempted.
Please go ahead.
So John Jariwala.
Yes.
The hardest part of digital marketing. John, can you go open mic and ask that question, please? Elaborate that quickly. Are you there? John Jariwala.
So John is a male, right? John is a male.
Sure, whoever. What is the... No, I just want open mic. Yeah. All right. Okay. John says...
This is the hardest part.
So let me try and answer that. I mean, I think it's very valuable. More than the hardest, right? I would say, what is the most challenging part of digital marketing? I think, like Kewal just said, right? Talking, content, video, all of those things. Now, I always tell my team, right? So I work with two teams. I'm right in the middle between, let's say, a social media team and a paid media buying team. So paid media team is actually responsible for generating leads, correct? Wrong. So I always tell the social media team, it is not the responsibility of the media buyers to generate leads and all of that. Right? Technically, they're taking visuals, copy, and then they're putting it on Facebook and Google ads, and they're generating leads. Yes, fine. I told my social media team in the beginning of the year, guys, you know what? I was really, really wrong, right? I think I'll be proven wrong in 2022, that the media buying team is very important, right? I strongly believe that 2022 beginning, from now on, it's going to be content that will be very, very important. And I just want to share a very important example, because so pertinent for the question that John and many, many digital marketers ask. So we've been working with a client and the leads that we get in the entire year, thousands of leads, a real estate client, the good leads were 40%. And the client was fairly happy. But in the last 2-3 months, it became 18-20%. And it's the same media buying team, same social media, doing all kinds of things. Long story short, the social media team came up with a fantastic script, identified a good influencer, connected the project with the influencer, so on and so forth, took a beautiful reel. The reel did well. We did not use the influencer to sell real estate. Right? What we did was completely different kind of content. Usually, let's say in real estate, any marketing, you put up like a standard corporate video, or visual or something like that. But here it was a very simple influencer talking along with her mother and her sister about an apartment. Just to share, right? We were able to do that. The cost per lead reduced by 50%. The quality of leads went up on the yearly average. We were down to 18-20%, but the average went to 68%. So from the yearly average of 40%, it jumped 70%, right? Massive jump. So this was hard, correct? Go to the place, look at the location, identify the influencer, come up with a script, get it approved, shoot it, then run ads and things. So now you tell me, is the media buyer important or the content marketer? All of them are important, but content is going to be very, very important, and video content, Kewal. So John, you'll have to figure out how to overcome your shyness or whatever it is, right? If you don't want to be, it's okay. You can be in the back end, but whoever you are working with, let's say a client or whatever it is, you have to give them the confidence to do these kind of things so that your content does well and you get better results from digital marketing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Faheem. Thank you so much, Jan, for asking this question, because, and I think Faheem was good enough to pick that question and immediately connected with the very practical answer. And yes, I agree to him, because it is very difficult to identify hardest thing in digital marketing, because there are so many things that I think you will come across in the journey as a digital marketer, that you say that this was easy or that was easy, this is hard or that was hard. Thank you so much.
I am much more fun. Just a quick plug. I'm much more fun than running technical ads and all that. You can follow me on Instagram. You can see my moonwalk also if anybody has.
Yeah, so let me tell you guys, Faheem is a very good moonwalker, और उसको देखना चाहिए. यार आज करवाना था, भूल गया. Moonwalk करवाना था आपसे.
So guys,
So, yes,
what we can do, we can share our social media profiles as well. You guys can follow us, and Faheem, Surendra, if you guys can also do that. So
yeah,
links.
Kewal, just to add to this thing, so we are, as I say, we are going to ask you the question. The question we are going to pass to you along with the answers, your company details, your social media, your website, everything we are going to send to everyone. Right? So let them reach out to you.
We look forward to help.
And I think this is something that is the community building only. And yeah, as Faheem said, it's a collaborative effort rather than the competitive effort. Reshma.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the panelists and panel moderator for joining us and giving us thought-provoking insights on automation and marketing. I must say attendees now know how to align their strategies, their services, be it business, be it HR, be it marketing with automation. So thank you so much for that. I also thank all the participants to being with us this long and being a very good participant. So yes, as Bhautik mentioned before, we will send you an compiled PDF of all the questions in the next mail in the coming few days. And also you will receive a participation certificate in your next mail. Also, I would like to share, I'm very happy to share that in 1 month, we are coming up with few more events where we will come up with different types of topics. So stay tuned, stay connected with us. It will be very enjoyable to have you all there too. Thank you so much. So we shall take a leave and hope to meet with on 6th Digital Marketing Day next year.